and hi. Today, we will present to you our group assignment about cash budgeting. First of all, our business name is Serunding di Kampung Sdn Bernhard. First of all, our business is rooted in tradition but designed for modern convenience. Established in 2020, that means we already 5 years produce and sell 2 types of traditional serunding, serunding daging, beef floss, and serunding ayam, chicken floss. Now, what makes our serunding special is our authentic kampung style recipe that has been passed down through generation. We use only high quality ingredients to ensure the taste is rich, the spices are aromatic, and the texture feels homemade. As a small to medium enterprise, our mission is to preserve Malaysian heritage cuisine while offering convenience and affordability to our customers. We retail mainly through social media platforms like Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and Shopee, as well as at local food expos. In the future, our vision is to expand into supplying to larger supermarket. Now, let's move on the financial part. Our paid up capital is 1.5 million ringgit Malaysia, which supports our dual product operations, both beef and chicken floss. This capital is used for equipment, certification like Halal and HACCP, marketing, and working capital. Our business is based in Kota Baru, Kelantan, specifically at Lot 888, Jalan Kampung Laut. We choose this location because the cost of raw material, especially meat, is lower than other states, which helps us to maintain quality while reducing expenses. Our first product is called Serunding Daging, code ST01. It is sold at 80 ringgit per kilogram. This product is slow cooked to create a tender but dry texture and uses high quality local beef. Our second product is Serunding Ayam, code SA01, and is priced at 65 ringgit per kilogram. It is made from lean chicken breast and cooked dry with minimal oil, making it a healthier option. These two products are not only delicious but also cater to different customer preference, whether they want a more premium beef option or a lighter chicken version. Let me introduce you to the amazing team behind our marketing and distribution efforts for Serunding. At the top, we have Nurul Emily Tajuddin, our marketing director. She manages the marketing budget, builds the brand image, and studies market trend to improve our strategies and sales. Next is Nurul Bakis Batrisha Bekiroslai, the digital marketing manager. She leads all our online efforts from social media and email marketing to website management, ensuring our brand reaches the right audience. Then, we have Nur Sarah binti Nur Azhar, our manager of marketing. She leads the marketing team's rise campaign on both social media and in local markets and studies customer preferences to position Serunding as a must-have product. Lastly, Maya Fatia Binti Zulkifli is our sales and distribution manager. She ensures Serundings get to stores on time, plans storage and delivery, and explores new markets to grow our business.
Raya Aidilfitri is one of the most celebrated festivals in Malaysia. During this festive period, the demand for traditional food products such as serunding increases significantly. Our product beef floss ST01 and chicken floss SA01 are highly suitable. Therefore, we expect higher sales in Q1 of 2026. Additionally, we aim to launch a festive campaign titled Celebrate Raya with Village Flavors to boost brand visibility and consumer engagement during the peak season. Many families gather to perform religious rites and share meals together, making our serunding product relevant as convenient side dishes or snack during gathering and community event. In Q2 of 2026, our sales and production budget is adjusted to reflect moderate yet consistent demand during this festive season. A smaller promotional campaign titled Aidil Adha with Traditional Taste will also be introduced to maintain brand presence and ensure continued sales performance throughout the year. We estimate 40,000 kg of serunding for closing inventory in Q1 and 30,000 kg of inventory in that quarter due to the celebration of Hari Raya Aidilfitri and Hari Raya Aidil Adha.
Our estimate sales for Serunding Daging as Q1 is 70,000 kg and 50,000 kg. Meanwhile, Q2 is 65,000 kg and 45,000 kg. This is estimated closing inventory for ST01 and SA01, which is for Q4 2035, 20,000 kg, Q1 2036, 40,000 kg, and Q2 2036, 30,000 kg for each product. This is our estimate closing inventory for direct material.
From the aspect of direct material, we use meat, chicken breast, and spices. The price of meat that we get from the supplier is RM20 ringgit per kg, and in order to produce 1 kg of meat serunding, we need 2.5 kg of meat, and 2.5 kg of chicken breast we need to produce 1 kg of chicken serunding with a cost of RM12 ringgit per kg from the chicken supplier. And that is not enough to produce this serunding. We also need special and high quality spices, so with RM8 ringgit per kg and only using 0.5 kg of spices to produce 1 kg of meat serunding and 0.5 kg of spices to produce 1 kg of chicken serunding. Next, direct labor. We hire production operator and meat shredder to help speed up this process. We have 10 production operator for chicken serunding and 10 production operator for meat serunding. 5 people for meat shredder for chicken serunding and 5 people for meat shredder for meat serunding. We pay 8 ringgit per hour for meat production operator, and it takes 2 hours to prepare 1 packet of meat serunding, while the salary rate for chicken production operator is the same, but it only takes 1.3 hours, which is 1 hour and 80 minutes to prepare 1 packet of chicken serunding. Next, factory overhead cost. Utilities is variable factory overhead. Meanwhile, rent and equipment maintenance and repair are fixed. In Q1, we use utilities of RM100,000 because we produce a lot of product in that quarter, while in Q2 it is RM50,000. The rent for our factory is RM150,000 and our equipment maintenance and repair is RM200,000. Lastly, selling and admin costs. Transportation and delivery are variable, while marketing and advertising, salesman, insurance, warehousing, and admin salary are fixed.
Let's restart the sales budget for Q1 and Q2 of 2026. The company set the 3 products Serunding Daging and Serunding Ayam. In Q1, Serunding Daging is expected to sell 70,000 units at RM 80 ringgit for each, totally RM 4.6 million. Serunding Ayam is expected to sell 50,000 units at RM 65 ringgit for each, totally RM 3.25 million. Combined total sales are 8.85 million. Next is the production budget, which tells us how many units need to be produced based on expected sales and inventory plans. For Serenity Dagings, Q1 we expect to sell 70,000 units. To prepare for future demand, we aim to have 40,000 units in stock at the end of the quarter. Considering we start with 20,000 units, we need to produce 90,000 units. So, Q2 we expected to sell out 65,000 units and desire any stock of 20,000 units. And starting with the 40,000 units for our production requirement for is 50,000 units. So total for Serenity Daging is 145,000 units. For Serenity Ayam, Q2 expected to sell out 50,000 units with a target ending stock of 40,000 units. Starting with 20,000 units, we produce 70,000 units. Q2 anticipated sale 45,000 units and aim for 30,000 units in stock. Starting with 40,000 units, we plan to produce 35,000 units. Total for Serenity Ayam is 105,000 units.
Let's move on to the direct material research budget for Q1. For the production of Serunding Daging, the company plans to produce 19,000 units. Each unit requires 2.5 kilograms of beef and 0.5 kilograms of spices. Based on this, the total beef required is 225,000 kilograms and the total spices needed are 45,000 kilograms. For Serunding Ayam, the production target is 70,000 units. Each unit of Serunding Ayam uses 2.5 kilograms of chicken breast and 0.5 kilograms of spices. Therefore, the total chicken breast required is 175,000 kilograms and the total spices required are 35,000 kilograms. Moving on to Q2, the production for Serunding Daging is expected to be 55,000 units. With the same material requirement per unit, this leads to a need for 137,500 kilograms of beef and 27,500 kilograms of spices. Meanwhile, for Serunding Ayam, the production target is 35,000 units, which means the total chicken breast required is 87,500 kilograms and the total spice needed are 70,500 kilograms. In Q1, the company plans to purchase 275,000 kilograms of beef, which costs a total of 5,500,000 ringgit. For the spices used in Serunding Daging, the purchase quantity is 55,000 kilograms, which costs 440,000 ringgit. Meanwhile, for Serunding Ayam, the company needs to purchase 225,000 kilograms of chicken breast, which costs 2,700,000 ringgit. The required spices for Serunding Ayam amount to 45,000 kilograms, costing 360,000 ringgit. In Q2, the company will purchase 112,500 kilograms of beef, costing 2,250,000 ringgit. The spices for Serunding Daging are estimated at 22,500 kilograms, costing 180,000 ringgit. For Serunding Ayam, the chicken breast to be purchased is 62,500 kilograms, which amounts to 750,000 ringgit, and the spices required are 12,500 kilograms, with a total cost of 100,000 ringgit.
Now let's move on to the direct labor cost budgets. Now we had the production required 80,000 for the Q1 and 40,000 for the Q2. First, let's understand the labor hours per unit. Each product requires a different worker for a different task. Serunding Daging a type A need a 2 hours, a type B need a 0.5 hours, Serunding Ayam a type C need 1.3 hours, and type D need 0.3 hours. So total labor time per unit for Serunding Daging is 2.5 hours and for Serunding Ayam is 1.6 hours. So, calculating the total labor hours required. Once we know how many labor hours are needed to make a 1 unit, the next step is calculated the total labor hours required for the entire productions. For example, if we need to produce 80,000 units of Serunding Daging and each unit requires 2 hours for the Thai workers, then the total hours of Thai is 80,000 units and multiplied by the 2 hours per unit equal 36,000 hours. We repeat this calculation for each labor type product. After figuring out the total labor hours needed, to the next step is to calculate the total labor cost. From the total labor cost for Thai is 36,000 hours multiplied by RN, every ringgit equal by RN 280,000. We do the same calculation for each labor and Thai end product. Finally, we add out all the labor costs and 342,000 for Serunding Daging and 170,800 for Serunding Ayam in Q1, RN 237,500 for Serunding Daging and RN 128,100 for Serunding Ayam in Q2.
Lastly, factory overhead budget. In Q1, the variable overhead includes utilities, which are estimated at 100,000 ringgit. The fixed overhead consists of rent amounting to 150,000 ringgit and equipment maintenance and repairs costing 200,000 ringgit. Altogether, 450,000 ringgit. In Q2, to 50,000 ringgit, but the rent and maintenance costs remain the same. Therefore, it is 400,000 ringgit.
Now, let's look at the selling and administration overhead budget for Q1 and Q2 of 2026. First, we have the variable expenses, transportation and delivery costs covered moving our product to customer. In Q1, this cost is RN 10,500 and increased to the RN 80,200 in Q2 because we expect the higher sales and more deliveries. Packaging costs are the material level used to pack the product. So this is RN 80,200 and rise to 50,500 equal to 2. For adding this together, the total variable cost is RN 38,700 equal to 1 and RN 30,700 equal to 2. Total fixed cost is RN 206,250 per quarter. So the total selling and administration overhead when we compare variable and fixed expenses, the total selling and administration overhead for Q1 is 234,950 and for the Q2 is RN 233,350.
The feature statement for the first quarter of the year, we calculate the opening inventory of raw materials. For the beef base product, there were 50,000 kilograms of beef, and the kilogram cost is 20 ringgit. This gives a total of 1 million ringgit. In addition, there were 10,000 kilograms of spices for beef, with the kilogram costing 8 ringgit, which amounts to 80,000 ringgit. For the chicken base product, there were 50,000 kilograms of chicken breast, and the kilogram cost 12 ringgit. This results in 600,000 ringgit. There were also 10,000 kilograms of spices for chicken, costing 8 ringgit per kilogram, which totals 80,000 ringgit. Then, we determine the closing inventory of raw materials. For the beef base materials, there were 100,000 kilograms of beef remaining at the end of the quarter, each priced at 20 ringgit, which equals 2 million ringgit. There were also 20,000 kilograms of spices for beef, each costing 8 ringgit, which equals 160,000 ringgit. For chicken materials, there were 100,000 kilograms of chicken breast remaining at a cost of 12 ringgit each, giving 1,200,000 ringgit. There were also 20,000 kilograms of spices for chicken, each costing 8 ringgit, resulting in 160,000 ringgit. The total closing inventory at the end of the quarter is therefore 3,520,000 ringgit. Total direct labor cost for the quarter is 512,800 ringgit. Altogether, the total factory overhead comes to 450,000 ringgit. Now, we add up all the costs, therefore, the total manufacturing cost for quarter 1 is 8,203,800 ringgit. Now, the statement of comprehensive income for quarter 1 of the year 2026. First, we look at the total sales. The total sales revenue of 8,850,000 ringgit. We calculate the cost of goods sold. At the beginning of the quarter, there were 20,000 units of beef floss and 20,000 units of chicken floss. The beef floss is valued at 80 ringgit per unit, and the chicken floss at 65 ringgit per unit. So the total opening stock is 2,900,000 ringgit. Then, we add the total manufacturing cost for the quarter. After that, we subtract the closing stock. The company had 40,000 units of beef floss and 40,000 units of chicken floss still in stock. The beef floss is still valued at 80 ringgit per unit, and the chicken floss at 65 ringgit per unit. Next, we subtract the selling and administration expenses. After that, we are left with operating profit. Income tax rate is 50%. Finally, after subtracting tax, the company's net profit for quarter 1 is 2,812,820 ringgit. Sales were higher than in quarter 2, with more surrounding daging and surrounding ayam sold, generating revenue of 8,850,000 ringgit. Higher sales posted profit.
Now let's go through the manufacturing statement for the quarter 2 2026. The conclusion is same goes to the quarter 1. We start with the opening raw material inventory, which is 3,520,000. Next, we add the purchase during the quarter, which is total 3,280,000. Then we subtract the closing raw material inventory, which is 2,640,000. After this conclusion, the total dry raw material used for the quarter is
4,160,000.
next is the dry level cost, which totals 365,600, and for the real working for the quarter is
400,000.
and last but not least, total manufacturing income for 4,955,600 for the quarter 2. Last but not least, let's review the company financial performance for quarter 2 2026. We started with sales. So we repeat the same calculation for the quarter 1. So the total sales for the quarter were 8,125,000. To calculate COGS, we start with the opening stock value of 5,800,000. Next, we add the manufacturing cost for the quarter, which is 4,925,600. Then we subtract the closing stock value RM 4,350,000. After this calculation, the total cost of goods sold is 6,375,600. Then we deduct the operating expenses, which consists of selling and material expenses, totally 230,350. And after deducting operating expenses, the income for operation is 1,550,400. We add other income of 650, but subtract interest expenses 227,310. This leaves us with a profit before tax 1,288,090. Finally, after tax, the net profit for the quarter is 1,288,090. In quarter 1, the company made a net profit RM 2,812,820. However, in quarter 2, the net profit decreased at 1,288,090. This made the net profit in quarter 2 about 54% lower than in quarter 1, a difference of 1,524,730.